Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with the HP OMEN Challenge, and it's been a while so far. We had the first half of the seeding done. Now we need the rest of it as well. Right now, almost anything can happen. I think Electronics in the lead if we look at the scoreboard, but it's close right now. I don't know who's going to walk away with this.
No, that's the wild thing is, and it's close at the top, obviously, between I think 4 or 5 players, but the bottom is like 3 players tied. Hayden, Nick, the two amateurs tied with Dev1CE. The 4-time major winner, 2-time major MVP, and here he is down in the dumps. And Anders, I don't know why you predicted him to win this event.
Listen, that's just bold lies, isn't it, Jason? I'm disappointed. We have it on record, on camera. It's the worst time to try and lie, isn't it? I mean, we've got actual footage of it. But I mean, it's not like Simple's doing that much better. He was my pick for it. 8 points. What's going on here, Simple?
It's been a slow start, but we kind of talked about this, and I think we saw it in those first like seven rounds of the qualifying stage. We're gonna have 7 more coming up very, very shortly as these guys kind of learn it. They get a little bit more bold with how they move across the map, and now they kind of have an idea of how things are laid out, how they can play, and how they can move. So, gonna be interesting to see how they've adapted with 10 minutes to kind of strategize in their own heads. Yeah,
there was a little bit of less movement, less walking around. I think everybody realized at one point that once you got into the first fight, good chance that the next fight, after you either win or lose, it's going to be happening right afterwards, right? There's going to be a follow-up, engagement.
Yeah, like everyone just swarms to the sound of gunfire. They're like, all right, well, someone over there is going to be on low HP. That's an easy one for me.
And just in the income department, right?
Yes.
Both Nick and Hayden have made some money, I think $400 and $500, and then we had a knife kill.
Yeah, NiKo.
Yeah, NiKo for $500. So
that was the most gentlemanly knife duel I've ever seen.
Yeah. Between
NiKo and Dev1CE, they very much planned it out. How much HP do you have? The 1/ to even things up. That was good.
And you were hoping, obviously, that one of them would betray the other.
I secretly, well, not even really that secretly. I was hoping that someone would swap out for a shotgun at the last second.
Just go for it.
Yeah, really was. But this is still the stage. I'm wondering if the random weapons are going to swap up, if we'll get like a new crop of them. I think that'd be cool. But I mean, the P90s has been fun to watch. The MAC-10s have been fun. A lot of shotguns going around.
Especially, I enjoyed the long-range auto shotgun battle that we had.
You really enjoyed that sequence. I think we need more dualies. That's only cropped up once.
That is the actual problem that we're facing, that we don't have enough dualies.
Right. I've been saying this even for professional competitive matches, that we need to have more dualies being brought out by pro players. So I think maybe this event could be like the starting point. I think someone is going to realize the way that I have realized that the dualies is the next undiscovered weapon. It's going to be the next Creek.
All right.
Yeah, some people are going to be like, oh my god, this gun's been amazing this whole time and we haven't used it.
I hope they never buff that weapon so that you just permanently are wrong about that. If they did buff it, however, how would you do that? How would you give a buff to the dualies? What's the thing that's going to, just a little bit of an edge, what's the thing that's going to make them turn the corner? I
think maybe a little bit more accuracy, because you can fire them pretty quick.
What if you made it, I mean, this wouldn't physically make any sense, but what if you could shoot like all the bullets in one and then reload while you were shooting the other, so you never had like any break in shooting? I mean, you obviously couldn't reload it with one hand, but I'm just saying.
What if you got to pick which pistol were dualies? What if you could like have Desert Eagle dualies and P250 dualies? Is that too much?
It possibly is too much.
Everyone at 500, and what is it? NBK, Simple Device Electronic Rain. They get no extra cash, and for those who might be tuning in late, there is a $50,000 prize pool. First place is going to get $30,000, but they have these additional challenges that you can do in the course of the death match, or once we get to the bracket stage. A knife kill is worth an extra $500, which is where NiKo got that $500 from knifing Dev1CE. Getting 3 kills in a row without dying is worth $500 as well. I don't think anyone's done that.
It was close, wasn't it, at one point?
Yeah, and then the amateurs killing pros is 100 every time they kill one of the pro players.
Exactly right. Yeah, I mean, if you could dual wield any of the weapons, you could see some trouble with a dual CC, perhaps close range.
Okay, yeah, that would be a bit spicy.
Holding both of them in, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you really have no chance there if you were the person on the other side of that.
I don't know if dual wielding a deagle it might not help you out that much.
Oh, you never
but it would
know.
be loud, for sure.
It would be intimidating. That's like if you see someone with double wielding Desert Eagles, it's like, all right, get into cover. Like, this isn't going to go well.
You just want out at that point.
Yeah, I don't want to be in this fight. I don't want to be in this part of the map.
If you had 5 people and they all had dual wielded Tech 9s, that would certainly also be shooting for a long time before anyone ran out of bullets. So
wouldn't hit anything though. So
So but then if you duel with the dualies, would you have 4 of them? Is that how this works?
I didn't even think about that.
Right.
Now we've gone real deep.
It's like it's a really spicy situation.
This is getting weird. I like that. Yeah, I think that would make sense.
Okay. Maybe that could be in the future version of this map. Maybe they can...
Maybe they're like duct taped together.
Duct taped together. I like that idea. Yeah, I mean, right now, I think the cool thing is that even though Electronic is a little bit ahead of everybody else, it's not like people can catch up to him still, right? So,
right.
So they can obviously, this is for seeding still. So, but if you can avoid, you know, running into some of the really well-performing players here, it'll be interesting. And I am curious to see if they're going to be changing their style a little bit now. We've only seen that one knife attempt, and I think Nick was the only one who's who
had a chance for the knife.
Who had a chance, right?
But
yeah.
you can understand why he did not take that opportunity.
You
know, when you're on this stage as an amateur against the pros, you turn that corner and you see Device not even looking at you. I mean, that would be pretty godlike if you did go for the knife there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe in hindsight.
High risk, high reward type situation.
You got to go for that. That's life is all about in some sense, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, let's check out the map as well, because I mean we've gotten to see a little bit in play, but I have to imagine like we haven't gotten to see it quite as much detail as we'd like to, and this is a very cool fly through that might give us the opportunity. We were talking about potentially maybe there's a trapdoor somewhere that nobody knows about.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, if they would have built any kind of sneaky Easter eggs into it, anything like that you maybe wouldn't know about. Yeah, I kind of enjoy the Indiana Jones sort of idea that there could be little traps and something you could walk into. There's so many options for being out in the open, but also for sneaking around. We've seen players successfully just use the audio to sneak under and flank people. So I don't know, you can sort of choose your own play style in that sense. And how many times? Twice have we seen the AWP picked up in the middle?
Yeah, I think we've seen it like picked up and used twice. I think it's actually been picked up and not used twice as well. I think NBK got eliminated right after grabbing it one time. He also got it later on and found a kill with it. Device obviously picked it up, but chose to stick with the CZ. But still, I mean it's such an interesting thing in the middle, because there are those Molotovs, 4 Molotovs that kind of ring around that pedestal, and then obviously when you get to the top is the AWP. But as soon as you pick up the AWP, like the horn sounds, right? Like it's the signal. Everyone knows that you have the AWP in your hands, and everyone knows where you are. And that is the dangerous part about picking up the AWP, especially because you have to reposition so quickly. Like it's close range fight everywhere around there, so it's quite a scary prospect.
I feel like that is more of a viable thing to be doing if it's one of the rounds where it's the Mag 7 or the auto shotgun. If it's one of the rounds with an AK or an AUG and you go and pick that up, that's not going to work well, is it? I
think it would actually go better against the AK or the AUG. Well, it'd be harder to get there, but once you get it, like they want the range fight, right? But like against the shotgun, you don't want to.
Yeah, they might be right around the corner. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Should be heading into the game in just about any second now. So.
Do you want to change your prediction? Who's going to win this?
I don't know. No.
You're still with Simple. You're going to stick with him.
He's just warming up now.
Okay.
He's doing fine. I'm sure he'll be knocking Electronic right off that for a top post.
Well, you can see as we enter the map, the players enter the map, and we are just about to get started in the second half of this qualifying stage here at the OMEN Challenge inside the OMEN Arena. Oh, Nick, that is so quick to get that weapon, and now he's got to get out, but the scout has tagged him. Great shots from NBK.
That's a bold move as well. We haven't seen the scout yet, but he said, you know what, I'm going to upgrade this to the AWP, and he just couldn't make it around the corner. I don't even know if he knew where he was getting shot from.
I wonder if he did that because of the gun, or if he just told himself coming into this, he was like, I'm just going to rush for the AWP. NBK taking a bit of fall damage, but he's been climbing up to the top to try and find some intel. I don't believe they've spotted each other. And no. NBK with 2 kills, this is a chance for him to get the extra $500 for that kill streak bonus.
You are right indeed. He just needs to find Simple. It's actually taken quite a while. And NBK was at the top of the map. He was jumping all the way up, so wasn't really scared. Oh, now we've seen him. Chance for a wallbang. We still don't know if you can actually shoot through this. Oh, straight headshot to take down NBK. That's actually very quick, isn't it?
He read that the whole way. That was beautiful. Back to the shotguns, Molotovs as well for utility. And that shuts down the kill streak, so no extra $500 for Nathan.
Yeah, he got denied right at the end. Very bad news there for NBK. He had the right idea, but Device able to pick up the kill. And now again, they all know where he is. There's that long range fight, but he's about to get shot in the back. They're walking up right behind him. He's got to be very careful. He turns it. They get the kill on Simple. And now a chance for Device for a three kill streak here. Just needs the headshot, and he gets it as well. 3 in a row for Device.
Yeah, it's an extra $500 in his pocket. Nice shooting with the shotgun. He's surgical with it. M4 in hands as well, the standard defender's weapon, the CT-sided rifle. And NBK, here's the action, and he's got the angle. Finally
taken out. And Nick Did get a bunch of kills in the first round of seeding, but a little bit trickier so far. Almost could have had that AWP to take somebody out. See if he could find NBK, who is actually dangerously close by. Almost walking into his crosshair, then that is so close. I think NBK might have all of the advantage here. Nick just never looking the right way. I mean, that's hard to do on this map.
It's really unfortunate as well. All comes down to timing for Nick, and he's at the short end of the stick. We mentioned it was going to be, you know, very easy to come back into this, and already Device had 5 kills going into that break. Does he have a notepad? Is he like keeping score?
That seems to be, that would be wild, wouldn't it?
What would you use a notepad for in this?
Just.
Do you think he writes himself like motivating messages?
Little affirmations.
Like, you're fantastic.
Yeah.
You're great. Believe in yourself.
It could be that, or it could be, you know, just names that he wants to take revenge on later on. You know, saying, you know what? To hell with this guy.
Yeah.
I don't like him anymore.
I've got a list. Good shooting with the scout, the opening segment. Who was it that got the 3 kill streak? Was that was Device?
Device, yeah. This is actually a great shot.
Yeah, that one from Simple was a thing of beauty, as we've come to expect from him, and it's almost like, I feel bad, because in a way, when it's Simple, it almost loses a little bit of its luster, because that's the bar that he set for himself, essentially.
It's true. You said it was because it was Device with the 3 kill, with a shotgun, and you said it was surgical, and it makes me happy that you were never a surgeon, Moses, because it's the one word I probably wouldn't use about a shotgun.
That's what makes it so impressive, if you are surgical with it.
If you can perform surgery with a shotgun, that would really, you'd be excited about that kind of thing.
Exactly. Now you're getting it. Now you understand.
Well, we've all won that you just dropped out of medical school. That's probably good news for every single one of us.
Is that NBK now with 14 points on the board behind him? I believe it is. I think that actually takes him over Electronic, who's at 12 last I saw. I think at the break, he was at 12.
Yeah, you could be right. So that means, but he's going to have a chance now, obviously, to catch back up. Simple, on the other hand, my man, I need him to start to really step it up here. Now with the USPs, that is wild. And
ooh, and they have head armor as well.
Yep, and he dinked him quickly on. Rain, you see, down to 23, so that's a big disadvantage. But of course, the range could be something else. NiKo, Simple sneaking up right behind him. He just had absolutely no idea. He wanted to go for it. He definitely wanted to go for the knife, but that absolutely backfires.
Yeah, fair play. I like the attempt. We've been wanting to see that kind of action out of him. 17 HP on NiKo, 23 on Rain. Teammates again going head-to-head. And no information. Molotov's being picked up left and right for Rain, but throwing him now could give away his position.
He didn't see that. I think the gun barrel was showing. I think he could have seen NiKo, but he just wasn't aware. That's the AWP and the sound to give it away. It's so quick, taking down Rain. He was ready for that.
He dropped down and got into cover as well, just in case someone was from the other angle. That was really, really cool. Shotguns now the sawed off, and if someone has the Kraken, you might as well call it a day now. Best skin in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. He somehow gets the headshot. How are they hitting these shots? This is one of the worst weapons at even medium range in terms of sort of weapon spread and damage fall off, but this is something else. 1 versus 1 here, Simple versus Nick, and yeah, just hope you get the right angle, hope you get the right timing.
Again, that's what it's down to. And it failed Nick in the pass, although let's see, might have some information now. That's awkward. He's looking in the wrong direction, but he's got the intel, and again, like you mentioned, that sawed off, not able to really capitalize on opportunities every time they present themselves, but Simple still has all the information, and now he's got the op.
That's the sound that should play every time Simple gets an AWP, I reckon, just in any game. Oh, he actually misses the chance, and he gets headshot down to 52, but the AWP will win it.
That's got to be the worst feeling. And we're back. The dualies in action.
Man, not again.
I love it. Let's see. Rain getting aggressive towards one side, trying to clear out his flanks, and over the top, he's going to get eliminated.
The upside is the dualies will at least get kills this time, unlike normally when we see them, but is it going to be spectacular?
That's
Simple.
a cheap shot.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh!
Yeah, what now?
He made that look good. That's the first time anyone's done that. And Nick will take down Simple. I think, did that stop his kill streak as well? I think that was going to be the 3rd kill there for Simple.
Oh, yeah, because he got the op kill in the previous. Yeah,
exactly.
you might exactly be right.
Yeah, heads up play by Nick. Getting himself some more money and stopping Simple from
And stopping Simple from getting more money.
Feels good, doesn't it?
And stopping HP OMEN from having to give Simple more money. So everyone's happy, except Simple. Simple's not happy.
Except for Simple. Well...
I don't like this. He's looking up at us. We mentioned this. It's so weird having to let them listen to us what we say about them.
Yeah, step it up, Simple. I'm counting on you.
He's got a pie riding on this.
Yeah, well, maybe not quite, but glad now. Need more out of here. Need more production. Less knife kills. Could have had one right there, but
That would have been beautiful.
I don't know. These USPs. That's. Ooh. That was the close one.
Yeah, the turn from NiKo was pretty disgusting. That's a really cool flick that we saw upward from NiKo. And obviously Simple got that AWP kill later on. So I mean you got to be happy with that. Simple wins a couple rounds, gets some more points on the board. So again, clawing back into this.
Yeah, definitely starting to get up there. And again, once we get to the actual quarterfinals, and we'll see exactly how it plays off. But yeah, I hope I think the one-on-one is going to be so different as well. There's obviously 4 people in one map now, but when it's 1 versus 1, it's such a different mental game, right? You don't ever get the advantage of somebody else distracting the enemy or anything like that.
Okay, and I did get an update as well on the kill streak thing, as we need to, we are wrong very infrequently, but this is one of those times.
Oh.
The kill streak has to be in the same round.
Oh,
so
all
essentially
right.
you have to eliminate all your opponents in that round.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
So that's just Device who's done that. He's got the extra 500 now.
Just Device. Cheeky. Simple, yeah, he wouldn't have had a chance there. Maybe
Nope.
could have had with the dualies, but we'll never know. All right.
If you get all 3 kills with the dualies, I reckon let's double that bonus.
That's your one rule?
Yeah.
You'll pay that guy the extra 500.
Yeah, I'll chip in. That'll be from the personal fund. The scholarship I'm opening up is going to take a hit, but it should be fine.
The dualies grant, just trying to popularize it, make it a cultural phenomenon, maybe. Yeah, maybe we'll see it put to use one day. I think it's going to have to require a buff of some kind. I don't know. Your duct tape idea, I don't think it's going to do it. I think
Probably not. You need a little bit more than duct tape to get the dualies effective at the professional level.
Yeah, something. Maybe, I don't know, increased rate of fire.
More damage.
Maybe if you do it like in the old days, you could bind your scroll reel to fire, and there was no limit on the rate at how much you could fire. So you could just scroll it up, and you would shoot really quick. Maybe bring that back.
You could actually do it with both scroll up and scroll down.
Yeah.
So you could just roll around, just empty a clip in about 2 seconds. It was such a cool. Well, I say cool.
Sort of like if you're a DJ scratching the right, going like that.
Yeah, back and forth.
Going all in.
And it felt like when you did it that way, like it was a decent amount of fun, all things considered, relative to other fun in the world. But you always felt like your bullets were just like going nowhere. I'm not gonna lie, which is kind of how they work now, anyways.
So you have to get real close, and then just
unleash.
Just go for it. AKs are out, and we'll see. Hayden now also in the server. That's one of our amateur players from Denmark, and not doing too badly at all. Device in a battle early on, and he gets dropped very low, so Electronic and Hayden probably happy about that. And Hayden's got the high ground advantage. We all know how that goes.
Yeah, Obi-Wan taught us well. Hayden looking for anything. And they're playing like you. This is you Danish people thinking alike. Device just sitting in a corner, and that's where I think Nick caught him in the previous qualifying stage, just hanging out behind those stairs as well. So Device's game getting figured out. He needs to go back to the notepad.
Yeah, not a safe position to be in. I mean, you are kind of rolling the dice a little bit when you stand in the corner like that, because if you're looking the wrong way, then there's no saving you.
This map has such a Quake feel to me that like I'm always looking for like the jump pads and like the teleporting portals.
That could be the next upgrade, long range with that. Electronic is so accurate. Trying to defend his top position right now.
He's trying to hang on for dear life. Actually, he doesn't even have it at the moment. NBK at 14 is one above him. So,
right.
Yeah, he's trying to get back to it. There's tapping away with the scope. Device going to take down NBK. Good start for Device. And now that everyone has slowed down, this is where that kill streak bonus could come in, because it's not just everyone swarming towards one side of the map, and there's so much more walking now.
It does increase the chances. Device, he's so close to having the right idea. Patience again, paying off for him. Second kill, he needs that last one. That way, then he'd be the only one to have any. But Hayden's going to catch him and canceling out that 3-man streak. Otherwise, that would have been another $500 in the pocket of Device. Not going to happen.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. Good shot from Hayden as well. Immediate headshot. Just tapping away. Electronic spots his first prey. The AUG is out. Good shot from him. Hayden can't handle the heat. And Device with a quick trade.
Sees the feet. They're just shooting each other in the knees at this point. The device will do a pretty good job. Slowly catching up now. He's your pick for this, and you know.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job now.
I wasn't worried. It's like the most Astralis thing ever. Like a start slow, he figures it all out eventually. They're going to hit some bumpy patches, and eventually it just all works out.
Yeah, I like the idea because you sold this as well as that you were going to be the one to take the risky pick, but you picked the major MVP. So I feel like you got away with a lot there.
I did a little bit of PR work with that one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Here's my bold prediction. I don't know who you would have picked, though. I mean, there's not really any like really weak link in this, so it's kind of hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely no weak links in this, which is great.
That's how you want it to be.
Keep in mind as well, I mean, this kind of, these are like 3-round matches before we switch and get 4 new players. Once we get to the qualifying stage, the crazy thing is there's so many games being played. It's like best of 15 in the quarterfinals, best of 25 in the semifinals, and then a best of 35 grand finals. There's also a 3rd to 4th place run-up match, which goes back down to best of 15.
I like the fact that we're playing so many rounds because what it means is that you can sort of establish a little bit more of a rhythm, right? Like if somebody gets into a good streak where they win, you know, 4, 5, 6 rounds in a row, it doesn't immediately mean you've lost, and you can, you know, maybe you don't have to go so aggressive. Maybe it's better to wait. Like if you're fighting someone whose aim is really on point, you know, slow the game down a little bit. Don't give them a bunch of fights in a row. NiKo now on top. All right.
Ooh. We've had some shuffling. 3 players tied for 2nd at 14, Electronic Device and NBK. S1MPLE, your boy, down there in 5th place.
Yeah.
Hayden and Nick, the pack is starting to separate away at this point. We were very pleased with them tied with Device at 5 going into the intermission. Now, a little bit rougher for him.
Just a little bit, right? I mean, at this point, it would be, I guess, Hayden and Nick would be playing NiKo and NBK if it was just straight up matched at the moment. So, yeah, I don't know. What would happen in a world where Hayden and Nick end up playing each other? And like that would be then at least one of them would, but then they wouldn't be the pro to make it through, would they? So I don't know. How would that work?
Oh yeah, that would be a wrinkle, wouldn't it?
It would be interesting.
We'll have to get the magnifying glass, check out the fine print. Either way, 4 new players going to be entering into the OMEN arena as the points are racking up and the qualifying section almost done. What do you think NiKo's looking at?
I don't know, it's very serious, very focused right now.
I bet it's a coloring book.
A coloring book. I was wondering if he was praying, hands folded, saying, you know, dear God, please.
Please God, I don't want to lose to Hayden. Please God, I don't want to lose to Hayden.
Just don't let me get knifed. Guys at home are watching. See, this is why normally they don't let the players take their headsets off so that the casters can speak, you know, freely about, you know.
It's. I'm going to be honest with you. For the last 4 years, it's been my favorite part of the job.
Oh, Device is really quick in this round. Now they have AWPs, and you asked the question earlier. It's still an AWP in the middle. We might not ever get to find out because Device is taking them out left and right. Now it's Hayden versus Device. If you're Hayden right now, you're just hoping you get the better angle, and he does. That's the second time they've canceled it out.
I was going to say, that's the second time Hayden was the savior to stop the streak. He deserves a bonus. Here we go, the AUG's out with some flashbangs as well, which is going to be awkward to see when that would be used. Device again on the opening kill. He's racking them up to 17 points. He's been disgusting ever since we came back from break.
He's so ready for it, and Hayden doing a fantastic job. Double kill, and he got one of the last round. He's really doing a good job at the moment.
He's picking up the pace. We'll see what he's got at the start of this one. The shotgun, the auto shotgun is out, and he's going hunting. That's the nade, and he's just not ready for it. Knife out. It's a bold strategy, and it doesn't pan out.
Not even a little bit. That's such a long-range fight. I do love these auto shotguns at range. Still have no idea how they use them. The Device will defend the throne at top now. 18 kills, or 18 points. He's really done it.
Feeling much better about myself.
Yeah, it's just the seeding. Don't want to celebrate early. You know.
See how this goes, Anders.
Yeah?
I'm telling you, it's going to be a wash.
You're feeling very confident now.
Very confident, which is usually spells some kind of disaster in my near future.
That is, yeah, a lesson that I feel like we should have learned a while ago, but maybe haven't.
I've had a lot of opportunities to learn that lesson, and it just never sticks.
Well, still smiles all around. I am curious. I wonder if you could, has anyone ever practiced using auto shotguns at range? Has anyone ever done like a study on it?
I have no idea. Ooh, look at the earnings now. We've upgraded that. Hayden is going home with $1,000 at the moment. Nick going home with $600, and there's still some time left to kind of to increase that value. As well, remember, if they win a quarterfinal, it's an extra $1,000, which is sick.
That is absolutely, I mean, I think Hayden's got the right idea. He's just, you know, saying, you know what, it's qualifying stage. Doesn't really matter where I land because it's going to get really rough almost either way.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to be trying to get, get the kills, make the money.
Well, he did a great job. I mean, obviously, taking out a lot of pros is just going to balloon that, but he did a great job in these last couple segments as well, stopping Device twice on that win streak, frag streak.
Yeah, maybe there could be a bonus for that in the future too. So shutting down.
Yeah, you should.
Now I will say this though. He's not to be petty, but that's his fellow Dane, and he's just denied him like $1,000.
I think Device is, yeah,
that's pretty rough, No love.
You think
Danes.
Device pulls him aside at the next break, and he's like, "Listen, if you ever do that again,"
it's like, "Hey, bro." Oh man, no, but that's quite a good job from Hayden's point of view. You have to appreciate that. Well coached by Sonic.
Another Dane, of course.
Dane.
You're everywhere.
Slowly creeping in there and taking over the Counter-Strike market.
I think that's Hayden was that Hayden as well? That's up at 10 points now. He's hit double digits.
Yeah.
And he might be above Rain for the moment. I think last time I saw Rain was at 9.
Yeah. So again, just as a standalone point, not at all bad. While we're setting up the next round here, obviously if you guys want, you go and give a shout out to the map makers of all of this. That's Top Hat Waffle and the Whale Man.
At Top Hat Waffle, and Hat has 2 T's.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
that's confusing.
at the_whale_man.
Yeah.
So if you want to give them a shout out on Twitter,
do that.
Definitely do that, because this is a very cool map.
Yeah, maybe even give them suggestions for the future. Anything you guys like and don't like, all those things. I think that's a good idea.
Trapdoors, moving platforms.
Well, I have a ton of crazy ideas. They might not be good ideas. I'm not promising that at all.
I think that's the general disclaimer anytime we have an idea. This might not be good, but I think we should still try it.
But it is definitely an idea.
It is an idea.
So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. You're right. Rain is almost being caught by Hayden there. That could definitely happen.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. I wouldn't mind that in any way, because if Rain drops down, if the positions stay the way they are and Rain just drops down 1, he meets NiKo in the quarterfinals.
Ooh, you're right.
Teammates in action right off the bat.
Then they can't conspire against anybody, can they?
No, and then it's an all-out brawl.
Yeah, just a war. You wonder, I don't know, maybe, I don't know who would be best between the two to make it on. I feel like NiKo's, slowly relearning that superstar level. He's getting back there, isn't he?
That would be so cool if we had that at the end of 2019. Just NiKo back to like god tier, best player in the world form. Nick is going to get a freebie, and that's onto Hayden, so no bonus money for killing the pro, but a good start for him.
Yeah, taking him out, just good timing and good use of the audio. Now he's also given away his position, and understandably so, feeling slightly paranoid about the fact that there are now 2 pros potentially hunting him across the map. S1MPLE will take care of Electronic. Again, teammates versus teammates here. That's rough. But now, just sees the legs. I don't even know how he could see that at that range. He obviously doesn't have the outline. It's really quick.
He's just very good at the game, Anders.
He's very good.
If we needed to say that one more time. Here we go, the Krieg. Going to be the next weapon up for the players in Electronic. I think he's actually been hurt. I think a footstep was made, and unfortunately he has no idea there's a player above him, but it's Hayden. And Hayden is going to get a freebie. Well done.
That's what you want, but now he's overexposing himself a little bit too much, and S1MPLE, he was so ready for it. Excellent tapping away. Nick, done a good job so far at keeping himself alive towards the end of this. I mean, he's just got to win 1 battle. Unfortunately, that 1 battle is against S1MPLE. So
yeah, I don't mind the strategy though. He's pretty much put his back against the wall, and he's just kind of going left to right, checking all the angles, checking at the distance. And again, comes down to timing, and Nick has been on the bad end of that a few times. But S1MPLE has no idea where he is at the moment, so kind of an even all down to luck for the moment.
Oh, he saw him. He did. That's a great repeat. I don't know if you could even see that. It's a good double for S1MPLE. Starting to pull back a little bit, up to 17.
Almost tied with Device. One back, and you have to imagine he's going to get it here with the AK-47. He does some fine work with this weapon. Electronic being pretty aggressive on the hunt. He's reacted perfectly. That's S1MPLE he's taken down, so S1MPLE is going to be stuck at 17. A good trade from Hayden, who just keeps climbing the ladder.
We've got that one Hayden cheering section, which is great. They love him right now.
The local cheering section, they've all come out.
It's good. Gotta bring your own crowd if you don't have the name to support it. It's good, Just bring some friends. Hayden and then Nick now. Actually, Hayden a little bit of Nick at the moment, but see if they can secure another point here, another kill. maybe go for a knife. Now would be a good time to arrange it.
I wonder, I mean, neither of them are going for the AWP in the middle. Everyone is content with the AK-47. Nick had the read, and he's got the final kill of the round. Well played.
Yeah, not bad at all. Crouching in, always a good way to secure that accuracy a little bit. So almost tie between Device and Simple at the moment.
Yeah, which were our two picks to take this event. Somebody loves someone. I heard that in the crowd.
Yeah, getting exciting now. I wonder if how much the game is going to change if we're in these 1 vs 1, because I think a lot of these kills now are happening as a sort of side effect of another kind of engagement. So you wonder, once that's not going to be a factor anymore, how much are they going to be able to sort of trick each other? I mean, this kind of a peak that Simple goes, if you can repeat that, where they almost can't even see where you are, that's the key, surely.
That was pretty dirty. He does seem to be finding out some tricks a little bit quicker than some of his opposition.
I would like it arranged when they come up out of the ground in the future. I would really appreciate it if Simple's entrance had like smoke coming up out of it too. You know, you get that.
What, in a coffin?
Yeah, exactly. You get that feel.
Just go the whole distance.
That would be the theme to go for, I think.
Yeah, why not? Everyone should have their own custom entrance. That's for the next time.
Yeah, I think we could really make something of that.
Some fancy intros.
And maybe get some fan votes on that too. That would be interesting. I don't know how hard that is to make in using the map editor, but we'll get the mappers on it.
Well, again, that's not our department. So
sure,
for us, yeah. Again, the ideas. We're the idea men. Someone else has to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, find the budget and all the rest of it. Yeah, but at the moment. See, maybe, do you think some of them could be, just sort of slow playing it, saying like, you know what, I don't need to use a lot of energy right now. I don't care where I end up with the bracket. It's all going to be fine.
Yeah, probably. I don't think they really understand the consequences quite yet. I guess not. I mean, that'll be like when things get released, right? And then you're like, oh, maybe I should have,
Should have done better.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked that we haven't seen more knife kills. I think that's it is a large map, but still.
That's the thing. It's difficult to find those, especially, this deep into the run when people are getting used to the map and staying against the walls, getting into cover. Awkward angle for NiKo, as the shotgun is not accurate enough, and Device has a chance to get the AWP again, but he's sticking with the shotgun for now. He's being very cautious, and he's cautious, but it doesn't pan out, and now he's got the AWP in Rain, afraid to take that fight. What do you do if you're Rain?
I mean, what do you do if you're a Device and you lose this? You've got every chance in the world. This could be a hugely embarrassing moment. What is he doing? Is he typing? I'm not sure what. Yeah, I think he wanted to go for the knife. He's setting up. That was... Device is the architect of this. He actually risked typing that message.
While just standing in the middle on the podium.
Oh, man. Device, Molotov set up, jumping down, fire and everything. They've certainly made this very adventurous, and he's going to get it.
He burns as well.
Oh, my God.
Take it all away.
He had the full action movie set up there.
Yeah. Fire in the background, it's glorious. He's also up to 23 points at the moment. He is really separated himself from the rest of the pack, and he's got another one.
If he could get another streak in here, that would, he's already going to be down. That's a quick finish. Rain probably thought he had that one. So what, he's got a knife kill, the 3-round streak, so that's 1,000, and he's leading the board in terms of seeding.
He's having a very good time, which means I'm having a very good time. Ooh, quick rush to the AWP. NiKo kind of puts a stop to that.
They all got... I think everybody's fighting each other all in the middle now. No one's sneaking around. It's just an all-out war. And Rain, understandably, he's paranoid.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is great. The Zeus. Oh,
he's luring him.
This is... Ooh, I love it. I love everything about that. Shame that man.
That's fantastic. He was using the audio to lure him in. He just knew that someone was hunting him. And now another attempt not going to be working out. And NBK... What an absolute hero. That's one of the best kills we've seen so far.
I think we should just straight up double his points for that display.
Just alone. He,
more so than anyone, has been like going for the cool stuff. He was like, he had that AWP flick shot. He's done some very cinematic moves.
He was the wild card, you know?
The wild card, yeah.
Just comes near and is ready. Yeah, you like it. Yeah.
Is that NBK's sound pack when he comes up from the bottom? It's just Charlie Day screaming out "wild card."
I have to assume that would
be the one.
The way to go. Although this one is also, Device definitely also trying to do what he can at this point in time to spice things up. It would have been maybe even funnier if he had got killed while he was typing, trying to arrange the knife fight. I would have